Hey y'all. Hey. I am alive. Hello, Cassandra. At a new wellness. Hey, Justin. Hello, Kamaya. I'll give everybody time, a little bit of time to get in the room. How y'all doing today? I hope everybody is having a great week so far. Why you say your thumb's gonna be sore? You been in front of the screen? Hey Mo, welcome in. Oh, got it. It's been a long time coming, but I am finally here and blessed. Look, trying to get used to it. Hey, Lori, the Moore Method. I see my military family joining in. Hey. All right, so I have finally decided to go live and I am excited. Just wanted to come on here and actually introduce myself, let people see the face behind SHERO Veterans Connect. I am Kawiima Clifton and I am the founder of SHERO Veterans Connect, and I'm a U.S. Air Force veteran, retired in 2020. The summer of 2020. So I've been out of the military for probably about 3.5 years now. And I'm originally from Jacksonville, Florida. So I am from the South, born and raised. And I am married. I've been married for 17 years. My husband is also retired Air Force, and we have 2 beautiful daughters. But one is 19 and one is 8 years. They are my why and the reason that I do everything that I do in this life. So just a little bit about me and my background and my career. So I came in the military back in 1999. Long time ago. I'm telling y'all my age. About a year and a half after high school. And yeah, I came out of high school thinking that I was gonna, go to college and go to law school eventually, and that didn't happen. Somehow I ended up in the military. And my reasoning for joining the military was for educational benefits. Some people say that, hey, they join to serve their country. Not for me. My grant money was gonna start to, get a little low because I started working and I started getting less pay, grant money to pay for college. So I figured I'd go in the military and let them pay for it, which I did. And coming in, I started out as a supply systems analyst. So that was probably the very beginning of my career, about the first 4 years. And then I stepped into personnel, which is in the civilian world equivalent to HR. And I finished out the last of my career for 16 years as a HR director out in California was my last base. I came in the military as an airman basic. So for you, those of you who don't know that, what that is pretty much I was broke. I had I had no stripes. I started from the enlisted structure of an E1. And over time I climbed the ladder and made it all the way to the senior NCO tier, which is senior leadership. And the highest level on the pay scale is E9, and I made it to the rank of E7. So I didn't like being broke. So as an airman, so what happened was I ended up within the first 4 years of my career, I advanced to E5 and I became an NCO. And that came with more responsibilities, such as leading, supervising, and managing teams and processes and products. And I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed being at that level in my career because I had so much of an impact, so much more of an impact on the lives of military, whether it be civilians, their spouses, their children, widows. So I've experienced a lot throughout my career. I've had the opportunity to live in 7 different regions around the world: Florida, Arkansas, England. My youngest was born in England. Where else? Korea, Turkey, California, just to name a few. So having the opportunity to actually travel the world and see different things and be a part of different cultures was just instrumental in my growth and my development as a veteran. And I'm thankful and very humbled for those opportunities that has provided me. I've also deployed, had multiple deployments, supported the war, Afghanistan missions. My last deployment was in 2018. I got back in 2018, the middle of 2018. And this was when I came to a point where, and that was around my 18-year mark in the military. But after that deployment, I decided that it was time for something new. It was time for me to retire and take a different path in life. And so I ended up pressing the button for retirement and completing my final enlistment. And with that came, during that deployment, I had that fear of not knowing if I was going to make it home. I was there for 6 months. I can count and tell you how many times a bomb dropped. My building that I was in vibrated or shook. It wasn't even a vibration, it shook, it moved because there were bombs. And it even got to a point where I was so immune to it that I would be asleep in my bed and I wouldn't even move, because at that point it's just like, if we get hit, we get hit. But that brought on a lot of fear because all I could think about is my family, my husband, my girls. What if I didn't make it home? And I've been in situations and I've seen what people go through when they lose a life. And I didn't want that anymore for my family. Not only did I serve and sacrifice, but they also served and sacrificed. And it's a tough experience. And so at the same time, I also was going through a phase of like bad leadership, and that leadership began to like have me question who I was as a person, as a woman. And I had a very great, successful 19-year career. But I know many of you have probably seen where you've had some bad leadership within your lives, within your careers, and the big impact that can have on you as an individual. I experienced all of that. And it wasn't until I went to my final like training course in the military, and it was a senior leadership school, and that helped build me back up because I was amongst my peers and my colleagues. And at that time was when I realized my value, my worth, the voice that I have and the influence that I have in the lives of others. I had done it all my career. Like, I've helped people succeed, I've coached, I've mentored, I've led, and I've done all of that, but I still questioned who I was. And having your peers come on and tell you, hey, man, if you told me to jump out the side of the bridge, I'm not gonna ask no questions, I'm just gonna jump. You know, things like that, it just kind of makes you sit back and think like, oh my gosh, okay, maybe I am adding value to the lives of others, regardless of what my leadership at the time, and it wasn't all of my leadership, but it was certain aspects of my leadership, more specifically direct supervision and management. And I had to get to that point where, you know, in that mindset that I couldn't allow anyone to suppress my greatness, because I am great and everything about me is great. And I'm not for everybody, but I'm okay with that. I am who I am. But so after that, you know, I kind of went through that phase, and then I started going through my transition, and I was firm, like, I am getting out, this is it, I'm done, see you later. And man, y'all, they threw everything that they could at me to get me to stay in. And I'm talking about, they threw an assignment my way, and for those of you who don't know what that is, that's when you relocate to another location. I declined that assignment because with assignments come longer service commitments, so you have to extend your contract out, and that's not what I was willing to do. So with signing that, you pretty much sign away your eligibility to test for promotion or even be promoted. But I was done. I got tasked for another deployment to go back to the same place that I had just left. Not even a year ago. And I even it got to the point where they were going to have me deploy and come back and only have 4 months to out process and transition into civilian life. Now, you'd be like, man, how can they why would they do you like that? But that is the reality. And a lot of times people don't realize what we go through as veterans. And 4 months, I can tell you, I've gone through the transition. I don't know where I would be today, because that would have been detrimental to me and my family. And then medical board, got hit with the medical board, and that was like 30 days before me getting out. So what happens is, with medical boards, they will code you, and they will turn off your retirement. So I went knocking on the medical door and be like, I told him, I said, hey, I need y'all to take that coat off. I don't want it. Let me go. And they did. So, but I stood firm through all of it. And I got through all of the trying to get to retirement obstacles, only to also go through the experience of transitioning. So that actually going through the transition process and stepping into retirement. I decided to go through a program called Hiring Our Heroes, where I did a 6-month internship before getting out with a Fortune 500 company. That almost didn't happen because as we were on the road traveling over to move to Georgia, which I am in Atlanta, I didn't have a plan. I hadn't landed an internship yet, so I was just kind of going based off of hope that I would, get an opportunity to land an interview with the company, and I ended up doing it. So as we were on the road trip over, I did get a contact from military liaison within the company, and they offered me a position. So everybody knows what happened in 2020, COVID, the pandemic. So as I was getting ready to be presented with my offer letter to join this company, they froze the position. So here I am thinking I got it all in the bag, like, ooh, life is about to be great. About the transition, I got my job lined up. Nope, froze the position. And so here I am now stuck with all the fears and the anxiety of not knowing if I was gonna have a paycheck coming in to be able to take care of, my family at the end of it all. And keep in mind, my husband's going through the same transition as me. So he's not guaranteed a job either right now. So that brought on a lot of stressors. And luckily, during my internship, I had the opportunity to network and connect while I was in. And one thing you'll find out if you are transitioning, networking and connecting, and man, it's a powerful thing. Like, it's really all about who you know and building relationships. And in that moment, I was so thankful because I had built relationships during my and it was only 12 weeks, but I had built enough rapport and credibility to know, for them to know and see my worth. And to this day, I am still with that company. And it has been great. Like it was tough at first, but it ended up working itself out, which thank you, Justin. It ended up working itself out. And I'm so thankful and I'm so grateful for that. So let's see. What's next after that? So coming out, I had all of these, as I was transitioning, I had all these dreams of, look, don't y'all laugh, but I thought I was going to be the CEO of a bounce house company. It's called Bouncers, Bounce Recreation Zone. Yes. And I had it all planned out. I was like, I'm going to be in corporate. I'm going to be in corporate for this amount of time. I'm going to have this, and this. And I'm going to be a business owner. And let me tell y'all, I went through the Bounce House Company. I went through Children's Boutique, which is still active. So that one was a good one. I went through multifamily real estate. That's still gonna happen. I went through trucking, dispatching. These are all business. even met with franchises to see what my options are. But it just goes to show that I didn't have a plan and I didn't have a clue as to what I was going to be doing. And I always knew that, since I was young, I always knew that business is my passion. Helping people is my passion. Serving people is my passion. And it wasn't until this year that I actually found where I needed to be and how I needed to align. And after all the highs and lows and getting through all the retirement turmoil, I'm finally at a place where spiritually I can align with my purpose. God has been very, very, I've been blessed, and He's done so much and opened me and allowed me to be a part of communities and people that have been so impactful in my life. Yes, because a new wellness, you said it right. Julian, Justin is on here. Thank you to my Maestro community for embracing me and helping me along the way. Dr. Jake, absolutely. It has been instrumental in me tapping into my authentic self, because the military, man, you get put in a culture, and you're in a culture that, and it's like you're a puppet, and they pulling all the strings. From the time you come into basic training, they telling you what to think, how to think, when to think it, and everything. Like they are in control of you, all the way to your uniform. And that is something that I eventually had to realize. And this year I've realized it more than ever. And so I've learned that I had to reshape my thinking so that I can be a better version. So that brings me to say, a lot of you are here to know more about SHERO Veterans Connect. And some of you may be wondering, what is a SHERO veteran? And I'll tell you this, it's not in the dictionary because we special. But she is a female hero, someone who has served in the military, has worn the uniform. She is selfless. She has given herself and sacrificed herself for the lives of others. And she is noble, strong, courageous, resilient. Whew, definitely resilient. But most importantly, she's powerful. And just being a woman, I want to say this, just being a woman alone comes with so many hats. From being a mother, a wife, girlfriend, if that's what you are. A aunt, a sis, a friend. And that's just the baseline level. So when you step into adding levels, such as a career, you tap into putting on a hat for being a supervisor, a mentor, a coach, a peer, a leader, business owner. That's on top of the other layer. But for SHERO veterans, when you add the uniform in, there's not many people that can say that they've done the top 2 layers and that 3rd layer. And that's what makes us unique. Because that 3rd layer allows us to step into a career path where not only do we have to put everything, even the things that we feel like that are our most prized possessions, we have to take that uniform, we have to put it before all of that. Motherhood, marriage, family, friends. And it's hard. And we carry a lot, y'all. But my experiences transitioning, being a victim of sexual assault, there's been situations that I've been in where I've been told that I was intimidating because of my strength. I'm a strong person. I am who I am. Walking in a career that's controlled by other people. Not having control of who I am. Losing lives. Man, that's a tough one because I've lost several and had the opportunity to meet some great individuals and young individuals who lost their lives early and they had families. And to see people that you see on a daily basis coming in and out, and then one day they're not there to greet you when you walk in the door. It's hard. The mental sacrifice in family, the mental, the physical, the emotional well-being. You give up a lot. And I now realize that the uniform covered me up. It in the culture took away from me being who I am. But in another reality, I'm thankful that I did have the opportunity to go through all of the things that I did go through, because it shaped and molded me to the woman that I am today. And it's been hard, yet rewarding. But throughout the transition, I just want to have the opportunity to be able to help other women and help them be better prepared. And I'm not meaning prepare 1 to 2 years before you get ready to get out. I'm meaning be prepared from when the time that you first come in. So whether it is that you're at the beginning of your military career, the middle of your military career, at the end, or even at the post, preparation is key. And you gotta have a plan. So, SHERO Veterans Connect is an organization that supports women veterans no matter where they are in their life. And our mission is to first connect female veterans and give them a space where they can build strong relationships, share their unique experiences, exchange knowledge, help each other rise to whatever it is, the occasion, support each other through their personal and whatever their career goals are, whether it be corporate or entrepreneurial. It's okay. But I do know this, that we are stronger together and by helping one another. The second mission is to empower. And we believe in empowering our SHERO veterans through training, mentorship, coaching, mindset shifting, because the culture, the military culture, they embed a lot of stuff in us, and they remove our identities. And we have to learn to get back to that, and we have to learn how to not allow the uniform to dictate everything. Goal planning, we do that, and it pretty much overall helps the well-being of all women veterans. Like, we have to empower one another, and that leads to the final mission, is to succeed. And we are dedicated and committed to helping female veterans achieve their goals, maximize their fullest potential, and succeed in every area of their life. And you know, during my transition, I would always hear people say, pay it forward, reach back and grab somebody else and bring them up with you. And look, y'all, I'm trying to reach back and bring everybody. Look, and you don't even have to be a female veteran, but I'm reaching back and I'm trying to bring everybody. And I'm excited to do it. So with that being said, what's to come for SHERO Veterans Connect? In the near future, back in August, I was in the studio with the Maestro team, and we started building out a new program that I'll have coming out soon. It's called Boots Off, Heels On. It's the secret strategy to civilian success. And it's a course for all my SHERO veterans, no matter where you're at in your career, in life, whatever it is, this course can benefit you. So I ask that to stay engaged and informed, you can follow me on Instagram. On Facebook, you can join for the SHERO Veterans community. You can join on Facebook. It's called SHERO Veterans Group, and you can like the Facebook page, SHERO Veterans Connect. TikTok, YouTube, you can find me on use SHERO Veterans Connect, and you'll be able to tap in and stay in know of what we have on the horizon and what's coming up and what you have to look forward to. So with that, let me make sure I got this right, because y'all know I'm not all this live stuff, but I got to do it because the purpose is bigger than me. So Lori says, wow, yes we do speak, sis. Thank you. 2023, baby. Going to the top. In 2024 is going to be the best. The beaches of the world. Alrighty, so, well, that's all I had. I just wanted to come on here and show face and say hello to everybody, so that y'all can actually see the face behind all the posts. And as we, build out the community and connecting, I just look forward to meeting all of you, connecting with you. Please share, like, and follow this live so that people can learn more about SHERO Veterans Connect, and because it's going to take all of us to make it happen, because we need more of this in the veteran community. There's room for all of us, and it's definitely necessary, because what they offer us when you're getting out is like a 3 to 5 day transitional course and a bunch of resources, and then you're left to figure it out on the other side. So thank you, the More Method Spa. Appreciate y'all for joining. Thank you all for your support, and that's it. Stay in touch. Don't forget to like, follow, and share. Bye. Now, how do I turn the thing off? Look, I don't even know how to turn it off. I guess I just exit. Nope. Oh.